Welcome back to another victory lap. And for those of you who haven't been here before, this is, how I like to say it is, this is not a YouTube friendly video. This is slow down, reflect, enjoy a cigar, try to figure some things out. And we are smoking an Alec Bradley Magic Toast. I've never had one before. I've actually never had Alec Bradley before. It's been popping up lately, and this one looks good. It's a cool wrapper. I mean, it's a cool band, and it's got a nice dark wrapper, and I just figured I would give it a shot. Was able to get a little pack of them for kind of cheap. So hopefully it's good. We'll find out. My question for you is, what do you want? Like, what is the main thing that you want? And I think all of us, intentionally or not, consciously or subconsciously, think about that a lot, right? And I think I can at least, I feel like maybe speak for maybe a majority of men. Certainly can't speak for everybody, but I think what a lot of us want is just to give to our families something that we didn't get. And I don't really mean that in a physical possessions kind of way, like, oh, I wish that I grew up with a nicer car or whatever. But I know for me, like, there was some significant instability for years. We went through a bad divorce, moved a lot. The results of that were some financial instability for a long time, just various things. I don't say any of this to rip on my parents. We have great relationships. But some mistakes were made, and it affected their kids, right? And that's just how life goes for most of us. And so for me, like, the deep desire was to not repeat some of those mistakes and to give my kids a different experience in some key ways, in some key areas. And I think that's what all of us want. For some of us, it might look like that. It might look like financial insecurity. It might look like emotional unavailability. And I think what's nice is I can also look at my parents, and I can also look at my experience and pick out some specific things that I want to make sure I repeat because they were so good, you know? See if this thing works any better this time than it usually does. I need to buy a new lighter. Christmas is coming up. Maybe I'll get one. Come on, baby. There you're going. It's embarrassing. I'm getting like little bursts of flame here. You can see smoke coming up. I've told myself I wouldn't edit this out because I want these videos to be so raw and real, but holy cow, we're getting to the edge of what I can stomach to force you to watch. There we go. Oh, I'll kill you. All right, new lighter is getting purchased. All right, we're going. By the way, side note, check this out. I built this. It's like a heavy quality wooden ashtray. I'm building another one. I'm actually going to start another one this afternoon and basically improve on a couple things that I did wrong on this. And I'm also going to stain the next one, so it'll be nice and dark. It's going to be cool. So what do I want to give to my family and to my kids? And it's that family stability that I missed out on. It's a much higher percentage of physical presence and availability from their father. Isn't that really what we want? To give something that we should have had and didn't have? A key moment for me. A key moment. My parents got divorced when I was they separated in 3rd grade and got divorced when I was in 5th grade. So around when I was 10, that had already happened, and dude, this is killing me. There we go. Come on. That had already happened, and all of the stuff that came with it. It wasn't just the divorce. I actually came to a conclusion more recently that I found really surprising. The experience that I had through my family was so painful and so impacting negatively to me for so long that I had a very staunchly negative view of divorce. I still do. But I actually concluded that it can be done, like there are ways to do it better and ways to do it worse, which is sort of the lesser of two evils kind of conversation, at least in my opinion. I think in the vast majority of scenarios, it's not good. But knowing some people who went through a similar situation as kids and it didn't impact them quite so negatively, I thought, okay, maybe there's actually a spectrum here, you know? Anyway, like a key moment for me was in this backyard. I was walking back into our home from who knows what, mowing or something. This was several years ago now. I guess it must have been 4 years ago. I'm walking in and I look through the windows of this room right here, and I see my oldest son sitting in this room reading or something, and I just see him through the window, and I have this thought. I'm like, man, what a great home, not just the physical structure, but what a great home and home life and family and like all that this kid I'm looking at has. Like, what a great, man, stable, loving, warm home life he's experiencing. And then I go, oh my gosh, he's 10. At this moment, my family had fallen apart and his hasn't. And all I wanted, starting from when I was younger, and especially as I started to move into marriage and fatherhood, all I wanted was to make sure that I did something different and that I provided them a better experience in a few key ways than I had. And it just hit me. I had like a moment where I was like, oh, I did that. That thing that I wanted more than anything else, I did it. And I felt proud in that moment. Now, the goal is not accomplished, it's not done, because there's numerous aspects for all of us, not just for me. I think every single one of us takes some good and some bad from our, not just our parents, but our experience. And we go, okay, how can I double down on the good for my kids and eliminate or at least minimize some of the bad? And that's the process that I'm in. That's all I want. Isn't that, I feel like that's all any of us want, is to right some of those wrongs. And if my experience growing up was, you know, I don't know, let's just say a 5 out of a 10. I'm not saying it was, but if mine was a 5, then how can I give my kids a 6.5 or a 7? I'm never going to give them a 10. I'm not a perfect person. There was no possibility of me being a perfect father, and they will learn the hard way that they're not going to be perfect fathers either. But they might be able to take the 6 or the 6.5 that I provided and turn it into a 7.5. I feel like that's all we want, especially, I know, as a man and as someone who feels responsible for not just providing financially, but like for the life that my kids experience. That's all I really want. If I could only have one thing, I would let my business fail. I would, you know, it would only be, I would let my health fail. I would let almost everything else crap out. If I could only have one thing, it would be deliver for them in some of the key ways that I felt like I missed out on, you know. And I think I'm doing that. And if I'm talking to other parents in particular, dads and moms, or future dads and moms, I hope that you do the same thing. And I hope you know that you can do the same thing. That's my thoughts for today. I was thinking about if I could only have one thing, and it would just be that. Can I successfully give to them these things that I hoped to give to my family? Now, the good news is we can have more than one thing, so I can do that, and also maybe my business doesn't have to fail, my health doesn't have to fail. My belief is that I can have, to a degree, have it all. I believe I can have a business I'm proud of. I believe I can be physically healthy. I believe I can be emotionally mature and developed and healthy and spiritually healthy, and also have a great marriage and be a great father and have a great family and home life. I think that I can have all of those. I think that it's possible. And that's what I'm gonna aim for. See you next time. This cigar, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, I've kind of been nursing it and not paying attention, but there's not like a ton of flavor. And it's a pretty stiff draw. But I got this like a 5-pack sampler for $20, I think. So they were $4 each. So it's definitely a $4 smoke. I mean, it's fine, and it's enjoyable for a Sunday afternoon. Share this with a friend if they like cigars and talking life. I'll see you next time.